Good morning, students of class 10. Welcome back to the online classes now. Let's do our lesson in history. The rise of nationalism in Europe. First we'll talk about France. So now here, the rise of nationalism in Europe. How the feeling of nationalism emerged in European countries. And it started in France first. And how it is spread all over the world, around Europe and out of Europe, around the world. So now first we'll talk about number 1.0 we are doing first. 1. Nationalism came with the French Revolution in 1789. This date you remember now. 1789 French Revolution started. We have learned in class 9 that after the breaking of the fortress prison of Bastille, the French Revolution started from there. So now in 1789, nationalism came with the French Revolution. People began to think about the nation. They were ready to die for the nation. It was a matter of life and death for creating the nation state. And they really sacrificed and they worked very, very hard. They struggled. Many of them, they lost their lives. And many of them became homeless and so on. It was a matter of struggle. After a hard struggle, they achieved freedom and became nation state. Now, the story goes like that. The political and constitutional changes after the revolution, the political and constitutional changes, rules and regulation, constitutional means, political means groups, that came from French Revolution. Due to French Revolution, political and constitutional changes took place, and that led to the transfer of power. That led to the transfer of power from monarchy to sovereignty. Sovereignty means free, to a body of French citizens, to a body of elected French citizens. That's National Assembly was formed. Elected French citizens, National Assembly was formed. The power rests in the National Assembly. So, transfer of power from monarchy, monarchy means king, from monarchy to sovereignty. The revolution proclaimed means announced, declared, the revolution declared or proclaimed that it was the people of the country who would henceforth means from now on, constitute the nation and shape its destiny. Destiny means future. Now, from now onwards, the people of France will create their own future. They will work for the betterment of the people, for the bright future of the people, and they will shape the destiny and constitute the nation. They will form the nation and they will work for the nation and secure a bright future for the citizens. From now on, it was proclaimed. Revolution proclaimed that it was the people who would henceforth, means from now on, constitute the nation and shape its destiny of the future of the country. From the very beginning, French revolutionaries, what they did, introduce various steps or measures. From the very beginning, they had the ideas, they had the vision, and they introduced various steps and measures and practices. Once we get freedom, what our country should have, what things should be prepared beforehand, such as rules and regulations, national flags, national anthems, dresses, customs, and so on. So from the very beginning, French revolutionaries introduced various steps, measures, and practices that could create a sense of collective identity. For collective identity, so they must have something such as national flag, national anthem, national dress. All these things, they could create a sense of, create means make, a sense of collective identity. Collective identity means the identity of the French people. A new French flag. First of all, they must have a French flag. that will replace the royal standard. यानी कि the king used to have their own flag, but now the king's flag will be lowered down and the French flag will be hoisted. The new French flag has to be prepared. National Assembly was formed just now. You see the French citizens, sovereignty to a body of French citizens. Body of French citizens means National Assembly was formed, elected by the people, and national anthem hymns were composed. Composed means written. National anthems were written. So now, oaths taken, promises. Oath taken. Promises by the ministers, elected body, that they will work for the betterment of the country, for the people. Oath taken and martyrs. Martyrs means who sacrificed their life for the freedom. Martyrs commemorated, given respect. They were remembered and given respect in the name of the nation. In the name of the nation, everything was prepared beforehand. They took various steps, practices, measures to create a collective identity of the people. So various steps were taken. It is taken by not the king, the revolutionaries, the leaders, the revolutionaries. They prepared various steps, measures to form collective identity, for creating collective identity. So these things, more are there. Some more are there. We will continue in our next class. This much for today. So we'll meet in the next class and continue our lessons. Thank you very much for watching the video, and stay safe. Go through online portal every day so that you will not miss anything. So dates, we'll learn according to the dates, you go through it. So step by step. That's all for today. Stay safe.